Hi and welcome to my channel. In today's tutorial, we'll be recreating this beautiful v-neckline side drape cowl top, which is very easy to make, very beautiful and very versatile. Now this is the inspiration and here is my recreation. Now let me tell you something, videos ain't doing justice to the beauty of this blouse. Now let's get right into it. Now on my cotton table, I have this piece of fabric. It's a very lightweight crepe fabric. So I advise that you use something like light fabric, chiffon, anything that has some flow so that it gives you a nice drape. And then now I have about 1.5 yards of fabric, so you can start with 1 to 1.5 yards of fabric depending on the effect of the drape that you want. So here I have about 54 inches, which is just about fine. So the width of 54 inches and the length of 60 inches. Now I'm going to be folding this, unlike how, so right now I'm just trying to get the back and the front of this fabric. It can be very confusing. So unlike how we fold from left to right, now I won't be folding from left to right. I'll be folding from top to bottom, and this is because I want to make use of the length of this blouse, of this fabric, to get the length of my blouse, and then I'll fold from left to right. So from top to bottom, left to right. Now, after getting my fold exactly as I want it, I'm going to confirm the measurements. From top to bottom, I have a length of about 29 inches. And then from left to right, I have a width of about 26 inches, which is going to be from the nape of my shoulder to the length of my sleeve, which is just perfect. Now, as the inspiration is, you can see that there is a seam or joining at the middle. So from this center front, center back, I'm going to be taking an allowance of about a quarter, 3/4 of an inch or 1 inch. So it just depends on how much allowance you want. So that's stitching allowance and hemming allowance. So I'm using a 3/4 of an inch allowance. Now I'm going to be taking all of my measurements from after this line, okay, not from the actual center front. So I'm working on a neck width of 3 inches for both the front and the back, and then a neck depth of 1 inch for the back. Please note that this is not constant. You can use whatever it is that you want. Now the neck depth for the front, I'm doing 7 inches. So initially I marked 7 inches, but I think at the end of the day, I went with about 7.5, 8 inches. So just determine the depth that you want. So because it's not wide neck, so you can decide to go as deep as you want it. So now from this point, this was just me reconfirming my neck depth for the front. So 7.5 inches for the front. Now after this, if you're new to my channel, thank you for stopping by. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. Please don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. Thank you. Now I'm taking half of my shoulder measurement, which is 8 inches right here. And then from this point, I'm going to measure out the length of my sleeve. So this is 8 inches. And then given I have all of this fabric, there's no need for me to waste it. So I'll just use the entire width of this fabric, which is about 25 inches. And then I will just mark this at 25 inches right here. For my shoulder slope, I'm coming down by 1 inch. You can do 1.5, you can do 2 inches. It depends on the fit you want. Now from underneath this point, I'm taking my my sleeve opening, which is at 10 inches. So this includes seam joining allowance at the bottom and joining allowance at the shoulder line. From this point here, I'm going to come in by about 2 inches, 3 inches, and this is just to allow me have some space, okay, to hem the sleeve line and just to create some kind of shape at the arm, underneath armhole there. So I'm connecting from top to bottom, coming in half of an inch away from the actual line that I made left, and then I came in by 3 inches. Now from this point, I'm just going to create kind of like a curved cowl effect. This is where it's going to get the cowl effect. So do what works for you, go as deep as you want. So I'm connecting it all the way to the center front, center back points. just like this. I'm connecting it all the way to this point here. Now I'll just proceed to cutting open the center front, center back, because of course you know both the front and the back have joining at the center points. And then I'll be cutting the neckline for the front first of all, and then I'll be cutting my shoulder slope for both the front and the back. And now I'll pick up just the first two fabrics. I'll be picking up just the first two pieces of fabric, which will serve as my front pieces, and then I'll trim the neckline for the front. And then I'll proceed to trimming the bottom all the way like this. So because of course I don't want my fabric to waste, I'm going away from the chalk line and then the sleeve area. Now from the inspiration, you can see that there's a point at which at the center front and center back, the stitch ends. So from this point, I'm going to measure what I want, where I want it to stop at, and I want it to stop at 17 inches. For you, you can determine how high and how low you want that opening to be. So 17 inches, and then I'm going to be making a notch there so it appears on all four pieces of my fabric. Now after this, now this is the back. I'm going to take it to the stitching machine and sew using the allowance I left all the way to this point. For the front, I'm going to be repeating the same thing. From this point, stitch all the way to this point here. And then I'll join the shoulder line. And after joining, this is what I have. I've joined the shoulder, I've joined the center front. This is the front, and I stop there. And then this is what the back looks like. I've joined the center back and I stopped here. The next thing I will be doing now is to work on the sleeve. I'll just get the sleeve, hem it down using about 1 inch or a 3/4 inch, it all depends. And after doing that, I'll place them right sides facing each other like this so that I can close up the sides. So use half of an inch, 3/4 inch, 1 inch, it all depends on what you left or what you want. So I'll close up the sides on this side and then I'll close up the other side and then I'll show you what it looks like. And after joining, this is what it looks like. This is the bottom, this is the opening at the center. I hemmed the neckline with a bias and then the seam I held down with a hemming gum. Now, if you want more v-neck opening at this point, recollect when we folded this initially at the start, okay, we connected the curve all the way to this point. Now, if you want a little more v-neck opening, v opening at the bottom, just go in by about half of an inch and connect it to where you want your stitch to stop here and cut it off entirely. But for me, this is exactly how I want it, so I'm sticking to this. Now this is what the finished front looks like, and this is what the back looks like. I'll place this now on a mannequin so that we can see the final look. And we've come to the end of the tutorial, guys. This is what this cowl drape top looks like. It's super duper easy to make. Please don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. And if you try this out, let me know in the comment section. Bye.